venue. Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the LSU Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the Bulls head coach told me before the game, this conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Tigers offense will get the ball first. And the old saying is that a tight end is a quarterback's best friend. And, David, if that's the case, these two couldn't be chummier.
Yeah, I mean, they know exactly where they're at. They're on the same page. Both of them are superstars. And, Jesse, when you got a tight end, you can move around. You can feature in the slot. He can block. He can catch it. He can run after the catch. A quarterback that's already great, he knows to find that cat.
And that's incredible in this offense when you think about it, Dave, is a lot of their explosive plays in the passing game go to the tight end. This guy is athletic. He can stretch the field. He's a matchup problem. And there is no question in this game the quarterback is going to be looking for his big fella early and often.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Turning it on. He's past the marker. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
And this offense is going to have their hands full, and especially this offensive line. And it's not just this year. Like, you watch this group, they're dominant, they're physical. Like, they're gonna make you earn everything you get. But it seems like with this program, Palmer, it's year after year after year. Plug and play, next guy, physical, fast, disruptive defensive linemen.
Yeah, they've set a standard, I think, at that position, at this school. When you look around college football, they're always dominant up front. They're able to recruit a specific athlete tailored to their style of defense and attacking. And it doesn't matter what year it is, who the opponent is, this D-line creates a lot of problems, and they're living in the backfield.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to go up top on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's Gordon. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Tight end now in motion. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They were all over it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Dropping back, it's Levin. Look out! Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Keeps it moving. It's Gordon. Knocked down immediately.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Out wide left, it's Davis. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, it's Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On the ground, it's Gordon. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads up play by the QB.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Smashes it between the uprights. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. They'll start on the ground with Durham. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Might as well run him again. He'll be dropped.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Looking to pass. It's Levitt. He's got it. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side is Watkins. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Green. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll run it with Caden Durham. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown LSU! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He is in! Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back. back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. Pulls it in. It's Davis. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of that one.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Follows his blocks. It's Gordon. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They'll run him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Matthews. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Snap in the shotgun. Rushes on. Goes high to pull it in. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The run to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. That holding call's really got them backed up. They're facing 2nd and 20. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your...
Makes the catch and he's free. Inside the touchdown ball. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide. Dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. There he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the... and he scores! Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Finds a crease. It's Gordon. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Right back to it. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him. And the Vols will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in the stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Trying to run, it's Berry. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Back to throw, it's Levin. They're all over it. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Extending the play. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now third and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. And down he goes back at the 3.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big fourth down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 8 team, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half.
Snags it, and there's running room. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. The Vols line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Searching for space. Slips through the line. Oh, he got loose. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Breaks into the open. At the 30. Inside the touchdown Tigers. And the stomping has commenced. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Lets it fly. Makes a diving catch along the left sideline.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Tigers sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100.
There he goes. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And the Volunteers with the 1st and 10. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Finding space. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
The Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Hey guys, down here on the LSU sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. But the big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. To the air. It's Levitt. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Handoff, Caden Durham. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for room. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Brought down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end, covering passes, but when you got a guy that can...
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense trying to take it back. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense takes matters into its own hands. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
third down play from the gun. And wings it incomplete.
Nice job in coverage on that third and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away from the quarterback, and now we're setting up fourth down.
Punt is on its way. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He turns that loose down the right side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Finds his target. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll set up to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to run it. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw one first. He rifles one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. From the gun, it's Johnson. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. The pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Vols will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Running right, it's Durham. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Looking for the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. They'll give it to Johnson. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. The Vols will call on their punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Here's Durham one more time. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Moves the pocket. It's Levitt. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Out wide right, it's Wilson. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Fresh center downs going to the air. Makes the grab on the left. There's a live football. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the move. Out wide left, it's Wilson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple bad decisions, a couple great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
2nd down to the air. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations.